In my YouTube videos and course lectures, you have seen me using macros in Audacity to process audio. So you might be wondering, how exactly do you build one of these macros yourself? This is honestly the most efficient way to work in Audacity, and if you are serious about using Audacity professionally, macros are something you really should be taking advantage of. You can either use macros built by other experts, purchase ready-made ones, or build your very own with a custom processing chain tailored to your needs. Let me show you exactly how to do that. Building a macro is actually much simpler than it sounds. You go to the macro manager, and once you are inside, you will see two panels. On the left is a list of all the macros you have already created. On the right is where you add and configure the effects for each macro. Let's create a new one and walk through the whole process step by step. To create a new macro, click the New button. Audacity will prompt you to give it a name. I will call mine Awesome Macro, but you can name it whatever makes sense for your workflow. You will see it appear immediately on the left panel. On the right side, it looks almost empty for now. There is just one line that says End, which simply marks where the macro finishes. Now it is time to start adding effects. To insert an effect, click the Insert button. A search box will appear where you can type the name of the effect you are looking for. Let's start with Normalize. I will type it in, select it from the list, and click to add it. Normalize is now part of the macro. To configure its settings, just double-click on it. I want to set the peak level to -3 decibels, so I will adjust that and click Apply. And there we go. It is now configured exactly the way I want it. Now let's add a second effect. I will click Insert again, and this time, search for Filter Curve EQ. Here is a handy tip. You do not need to type the full name. Just typing the first few characters, like FIL, is enough to bring it up in the list. I will select it and add it to the macro. From here, I can shape the EQ curve however I like. I am happy with the curve I had at this moment. I will simply click Apply. If you want to draw another kind of EQ, that's fine, and you can do that. You can now see both effects listed in the chain, the EQ and Normalize sitting one after the other. Actually, I want to swap the order of these two effects. To do that, I select the one I want to move and click the Move Up button. Normalize is now at the top and the EQ sits below it. It is that straightforward. You can add as many effects as you need and arrange them in whatever order works best for your processing chain. Now, if you have been following my processing workflow, you might be thinking, can I throw noise reduction in here too? Technically, yes. But there is a catch. Noise reduction tends not to perform well when placed inside a macro, and the reason for that is a bit more involved than I can cover here. I have a dedicated video explaining exactly why, and I will link it in the description below so you can check that out. At this point, you can keep adding as many effects as you want, but before you can actually use your macro, you need to save it. If you try to close the macro manager without saving, Audacity will prompt you to save your changes. Once saved, you will notice the save icon becomes grayed out. That is your confirmation that the macro is saved and ready to use. Now let's close the macro manager and put it to use. Go to Tools, then click Apply Macro. And there it is. Awesome Macro is right there in the list. Click on it, and the entire processing chain runs on your selected track instantly. Let me show you that one more time. Tools, Apply Macro. Select Awesome Macro, and done. One click, full processing applied. And that is really all there is to building a macro in Audacity. You can create as many macros as you like, each with a different configuration to suit different situations. It is a simple habit that makes a huge difference to how efficiently and consistently you can process audio. In the next lecture, we are going to go deeper into some of the more advanced effects and explore how to get truly professional voiceover audio out of Audacity. See you there. If you're watching this on YouTube, this video is actually part of my course, The Professional Voice Audio Blueprint, Audacity. This course is designed for people who already have a basic understanding of recording and editing in Audacity. If you are still a beginner and just finding your way around Audacity, I would recommend starting with the Audacity Bundle course instead. But if you already know the basics and are looking to achieve significantly higher audio quality for professional use, then the Audacity Blueprint course is the right fit for you. You will find the link in the description below.